Many Coptic Christians attended midnight mass in Egypt despite fears of more violence. The new year began with bloodshed and anger as Copts took to the streets after a deadly attack on a church in the Egyptian city of Alexandria. The apparent suicide bombing after a New Year's Eve mass left Christians like Gerges Ramsey in shock.
We cannot count the bodies. A lot of injured. Why? I need to know why. People came here to pray. Why did this happen to them? I don't know.
David Ottaway of the Woodrow Wilson International Center says relations between Muslims and Christians in Egypt have been tense for years, but the situation has gotten worse in recent days.
It's certainly escalating in Egypt. And I said it's tied, I think it's tied partly to the presidential elections next September.
Ottaway says many Christians and Muslims have become more religious and less tolerant, especially with political uncertainty and the fear of more violence.
People are turning back to religion to try and cope with what's happening to their societies.
In a Skype interview with VOA, Professor Abdullah Schleifer at the American University in Cairo says some Muslims have adopted extremist views.
There's a certain undercurrent of hostility that comes from this puritanical version of Islam.
The January attack exacerbated tensions between Muslims and Christians in Egypt. Schleifer says it's no surprise that Copts responded with violence.
It represented a reaction to a couple decades of discrimination, hostility, expressions of anti-Christian sentiment.
As one of the oldest Christian communities in the world, Ottaway says Egyptian Copts will not be deterred by the recent attack.
I think they feel this is their home and they're going to sort of dig in and fight for their rights.
Church leaders have been urging their followers not to take out their anger on Muslims. Many Islamic leaders have asked their followers to show solidarity with the Copts. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News.